Hello there. So today we are going to discuss about the recruitment strategies today. And the most important thing is we often mm, heard about some memes or something like that. HR is something like making rangolis and all those things. But the reality is HR and the recruitment. I mean, especially the recruitment specialist are the person who actually make the organization colorful as a background support, right? So as a recruitment specialist is it's not about something like just going through the resumes and finding whether they match with the requirement or not. It's not that simple over there because in today's scenario there's India's education system, and rather I would suggest the skill-based learning system has evolved a bit. People having different academic backgrounds are opting different courses, and based on this they are having a expertise skill sets. But whenever we are into the recruitment system, we mostly focus on the people whether they have the passion in the same field, because a passionate candidate always puts some sort of extra value over there, some sort of innovative ideas on the table as well. So uh, while discussing about this recruitment and the strategies, so yes, definitely recruitment is a strategic move. It's not about just uh, calling people and asking them, do you want to work for this profile? It's not something acceptable, or it's not something uh, actually finding the right person for the right requirement. Right, always employers prefer to hire people those who have actual passion for this particular field, and mostly people having their uh, zeal to learn that this technology strategies are evolving day to day, right? So for that purpose, a person having a ultimate adaptable skills over there, they are mostly mm, welcomed over the corporates, over any such field over there, right? So now let's discuss a bit about how this recruitment, I mean, this human resource information system supports us to make decisions over there. Because whenever we are just interacting people, sometimes people are not available, they just missed out calls. We keep tracking of those informations when they just prefer to connect and all. But later on, rather than having discussions over the calls, it's more important on a regular intervals we keep tracking our analysis reports and all those things. And this video is in regards of the same thing, that how we can analyze the candidates over there, how we can analyze our own feedbacks. Because this recruitment is the most crucial part, most I mean, one of the important part, one of the backbone of the organization, how the culture is being held over there. And it's the people who create those who transform our organization into a brand. So hiring a good candidate, it's literally a challenge over there. And so let's dig down to this thing and dive deep into this recruitment process and the services. Right. Suppose we do have some sort of information over there. So right now we are into this interview uh, QSET set G2 interview set over there. Okay, we have already mentioned, okay, these are the person who either we have interacted, or those who informed, okay, let's connect later. The status are already updated over there. And intentionally I just kept this email ID and the phone numbers in a hidden way, just to uh, reframe disclosing someone's entire details. But in case in anything getting disclosed, I don't think that anything would be disclosed over there, any personal problem, or no one is getting any such problem over there. But still, just for the learning purpose, we are discussing it over the videos. And now let's go through this process, how this I mean this MIS system works over there, and how on a regular interval we can analyze our uh, own interactions and based on the informations. So initially we will just go to this sections, okay, this filters, this is a simple Google sheet over there where the filtrations are integrated. So initially I just prefer to go to go to this section. That's okay, just a moment. Let's find out, okay, whom we have already selected over there, right? So let's suppose I'm just analyzing for last 2 days. Just clear it out and select. I'm selecting this select options and select pipeline and hold. These are the few fields that I have. Future potential is also a part over there. Okay, this is the thing. Just place it as yes, and as a part of this MIS, I'm just telling you, okay, there is a time and date mentioned over there. So simply we can do one thing. Already this date section is mentioned over there, but if we want to filter it out using some sort of dates or even using some sort of time, but time is not the recommendable one, we can just right click on the last cell over there, last column over there, just right click over there and insert a column right, we will get a blank column over there. I'm just placing this equals to sign, just the simple thing that how we start the formulas over there, and just hit over there on this section. Just do one thing, let's not do like this. First just remove the filter, do it for the entire cell, then we will start allocating the filters over there. Just a moment, we just implemented filter inside the selection section. See how to find where the filters are applied over there. So this is a icon like three straight lines, but this is a filter icon activated. That means our filter is already implied over there. Just click on this filter section and click on this select all. Once we click on this select all option, see, no filter is activated over there. We can check over the column. So column heading over there, okay, no filters are activated over there, right? So we already have added a new column over there. I'm just putting a simple equals to sign and putting this first cell, this time and date stamp, and just click on this right section. Okay, so each and every date is mentioned over there, but once we click over there we can find okay, let's do one thing, copy and control shift V, place it over there. It will be in a like it will, let's not do this thing, let's do one thing, just copy it and paste it as control shift V. That means this is a some sort of this sort of thing, this date and time stamp over there. But when we try to filter it out, it would probably show us a lots of number. There is no such unique values to filter it out. That's why we will simply copy it over there. Just like this, just put the equals to sign over there, put it over there, and then just simply drag it down from this plus icon. Entire cell will entire this thing, this I mean whatever is there in A2 cell will be reflected in the BS2 cell. Whatever is in A3 cell, it would be reflected in the BS3. Just accordingly it would be placed over there, and simply click it over there, on this section, and go to this format section, go to this number from this drop down sections, and inside the number you just simply select it as a date. Once we click on this date, it would be converted into a date format only. No timestamp is available over there. So why we did this one? Because we are going to analyze the report of last 2 days, suppose. So we can clear everything out over there, and we can select only 9th and the 10th over there, and plus the OK. Once we hit the OK button, this filter is applied over there. See, no data is available beyond 9th and 10th October. This is the first thing we did. Now let's go to this section. Let's go over there and filter it out. Okay. Mm, okay. Let's take one single task. I mean the talent acquisition specialist information over there. I have selected only one over there and I selected it as OK. So now we can find there are several mm, inputs. So uh, some people are having their like okay just so phone kept ringing, no response, disconnected. So probably there are no such information available against this section. So inside this opening, I'm going to add another filter. Each and every filter will be activated until unless we deactivate them. Let's clear it out. This let's not select this disconnected one because against this we will never get a information because we don't have any such interactions. Follow up later, probably no information. Not interested, probably no information, but still we can check it out. But as of now I just have a look on this data. There was no such information against this not interested candidate. So not reachable, probably their phone is. So select this yes one only. Yes means from opening section whenever we are clicking, I mean selecting this yes one. So these are the candidates, those who have we already have interacted over there. Now there are few things need to discuss. So this Google sets are constructed in such a way whenever there is a repeated number, it will show it in a pink in color. So we can check it out whether we have discussed with this person what was the I mean in early days if we have any such previous interactions we can just find using this number or using this unique code and we can check the I mean informations over there, right? So suppose so there is the candidate available over here. Okay, it's saying spoken English. So as of now, we are just discussing on the common openings like customer support, telecalling, and all those profiles. So where this spoken English is one of the mandatory based on the JDs. So but not every field having their spoken English as a mandatory one. So for that purpose, we need to follow some other policies over there. But as of now, what we are doing, okay, based on the marking system, we are applying some sort of filter inside the spoken English one. Let's filter out 2, 3, and 5 is one of the average marks. I mean, out of 10, 5 is the considerable one. So let's keep from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10 is not available for last 2 days, so that's why it's not listed. Otherwise, we would have find this 8, 9, and 10 over there. Let's hit this OK button. Now we can see yes, we have trimmed. Just simply do one thing. Simply select any of these text formats. Just don't go with this number ones, otherwise it will show the I mean sum or something else over there. It's preferable to go with the text values over there. Now we can see in the down, I mean this right hand down corner, we can see there is a count of 4. That means there are 4 candidates whom we are going to evaluate. So among I mean diverse list over there, using this filter we have sorted only 4 candidates. I mean based on these 4 candidates we can have our discussions, and even we can make our analysis on these candidates, whether what to do with this one and all. So see the first one is okay, here is a candidate. We will initially copy this ID code, rather I call it as phone number. This is one of the ID we are you considering this, and based on this ID we can find out their details. So the this task feedback is mentioned over there as the interview feedback is, once we click on this section, everything would be visible inside this function tab. We can drag it down just if in case there is a large number of text available as in terms of sentences. We can drag it down even more over there. These are the function tab over there, but as of now this much is okay. So let's discuss on this thing. So pipeline, potential candidate pipeline, and probably we don't have any such opening over there for this candidate. Suppose and the another remarks is that we can say, okay, he's a good candidate, and salary expectations is high. Just because of the salary expectations is high, we don't have any such opening relevant to this to their salary expectations, because whenever we just prefer to hire candidates and just go with the salary negotiation where both the side, the employee and the employer, both the side have a win-win situation over there. It's not about, okay, just convincing someone to work in some sort of downgraded salary and all. This is not recommendable. The reason is people will gradually lose their interest, and they will just this retention would be a challenge that moment. So this is the thing. So let's discuss this thing. Just copy this one and move to this section, this initial tracking one, and now just press Ctrl F. This is a simple find option based on this information. Let's do this. Press Ctrl F, paste it, and now see there is a indications over there. Okay, this is the candidate. So we are going to analyze this on this. So among these all three things, we can mark it out in a different color that we can easily find this candidate, because we are having some sort of discussion based on this information. So yes, we are discussing on this candidate. So the first thing we need to check it out, what's their resume. We are using our resume code over there. Based on this resume, we can find it out. The instance is, okay, first thing we need to find whether the resume is available or not. Whether probably we had their LinkedIn accounts, and based on the LinkedIn links, we just interacted with the person, or even we just had some discussion based on their uh, some sort of job. We just found their profile over some sort of job profiles, or even sometimes happen that people share their this resume in JPG or image format. We don't prefer to consider this image files. So the thing is that we just copied this resume ID from here. Resume ID is simply not their name only. There is a name and the number constructed over there that we can easily find it out. And this is basically a link over there. Okay, inside this folder, we have this resume available, right? So again, we whenever we are into this section, we will try to find the resume first. Again, press the Control F button and press the resume code over there. So this is the resume name and the code. Once we hit the enter button, we will find their resume. But the scenario is, in this case, this resume is not available. Right, we have this information. But whensoever you are into the recruitment process and you already have all the relevant information with you just after having some interactions, but it's mandatory to check it out whether the resume is available or not. If the resume is not available over there, just ask the candidate to share their updated resume. Sometimes we might find that the last organization detail was not updated, or this is really a backdated resume. There is a mismatch between the candidate interactions and the resume they shared earlier. For that purpose, we need to re-upload or reshare the resumes over there. So in this case, once we hit the enter button, we are not getting any such instances over there, right? But something might happen. So without having resume, analyzing this candidate later on would be a challenge. So the first thing is always make sure the resume is available. Now just to show it out how this resume or the folders works over there. Okay, suppose here is a candidate. This is the candidate. This Preeti one do have a resume code over there. We can open this folder. Most of this they're kept inside this miscellaneous folder. So we can easily open this folder from any of this link is available over here. Okay, so we are now working with this Preeti where it is. Okay, let's open this one. Anyone, anyone, any of this folder, the same folder that I opened, but I just preferred to using this link one, uh, link over there. Okay, just let me show it to you once more. Okay, just click on this link one, and and the other thing is that we have the resume folder open on the right hand side in a other Chrome tab as well. We can find it from this section as well. Otherwise, you can just open it in a new tab and find it out. Just press this Control F button and press this Control V. Once you press this Control V, sometimes it happen ke this code somehow is not there is a exact match over there. You can just do one thing. Instead of doing this, you can just recall there is a number like 91898, right? Just remove it and try to find Preeti Rathod's resume. Somehow this resume is not available over there, right? So just do one thing. Let's give a try from some of the recent past candidates over there. Probably we will get it. Okay, so this is the resume code, right? So we just copy it from this resume code. This is the resume idea, the resume code. I just copied it out from here, and let's drag it right, and there is a link over there. Okay, probably, and inside this folder this resume is kept over there. This what happened with this one? So the thing is, this is written as a plain text over there. So simply we have to click it over there, press control key, paste the link over there and apply it. Now it became into a link. Again, this just because of copying and all those things, we have to copy this resume code from this section, resume ID, and now we have to click on this link. Once we click on this link, we can find okay, now this is the list over there. Initially we had a miscellaneous file, and now we have the logistics files available inside this only. Now you press this Control F button and press the Control V. See, whensoever this Google Drive finds a match over there, it will automatically get highlighted like this. So I can find out, even though there are 3 4 profiles available with the same name like Priya, we can easily find out using this unique codes or the unique numbers. Okay, this is the candidate whom we want to whom we want to discuss, or whom we want to analyze. This is the process. Now where we left out at this number, this one, for this candidate. Let's go to this sheet. I prefer to just go through the resume, this resume first, then we would have a proper example for this candidate, but still we can just keep discussing on this thing without the resume as well, because we have few sort of information, but the first task would be collecting their resumes, and before making any decision, just go through the resume first. Now there is some sort of information available. Okay, this person is having 90 days of notice period. So we asked them, okay, are you serving notice period? The candidate said, okay, no, I'm not serving the notice period. May I know if you currently working? The person said, okay, no, yes, I'm currently working. And we just asked them about the notice period. So there are some sort of tricks over there. Okay, their notice period is 90 days, but this is some sort of some this is a company policy over there. There is a 90 days of notice period. Again, we need to ask it out whether this is a negotiable one. Negotiable one in the sense that many companies follow a culture. If a person lost their interest over the organization and they are just willing to, I mean, they do have some offer in hand. Sometimes HR don't prefer to hold them as long as possible. In case they have the availability, they will go with the full notice period of 90 days, but sometimes they negotiate it. And if you have a clear background, if you have a I mean a better employment record with the employer, with the HR, you can negotiate with the HR directly. You can ask them, people can ask them. It's not about you as an HR person just to interact with this HR directly, because interacting with the HR is a secondary thing. You can ask simply, just can you discuss with your HR whether this notice period is negotiable. Sometimes it happens people say, okay, instead of 90 days we can negotiate up to 40 days. This is how things happen. If they do have this information, yes, I can negotiate with my HR, and they probably complete the entire FNF system over there, full and final settlements, and they just release me within a certain time period. Then they would suggest you, okay, yes, officially the notice period is 90 days, but sometimes, but I do have a good relationship with my employer, with my HR, with my CEOs as well. Uh, they can negotiate it up to 40 days. So for that purpose, you can mention it as 40 days, or sometimes it might be 15 days, 30 days, whatever they say, that this is the negotiable one. We can consider this one as a notice period, right? So this is the first thing. Now let's move on to the next thing. What are the other informations available over there? Okay, okay. The second thing is, yes, there is a this thing, salary expectations. Have this person mentioned some sort of salary current salary is 7 LPA and expected salary is 12 LPA. So sometimes it happens people have 7 LPA. This is a huge difference, like huge salary expectation, huge sort of difference between the current and the expected salary. So it's yes, it's mentioned as 12. That's definitely a correct one. Whatever this candidate conveyed to you, you just mentioned it over there. But this sort of difference, this huge difference, you can still negotiate with the person. So do you think that you just want to stick with this same salary slots, or you are open to negotiate? So if the person says, okay, yes, but yes, if I get a, sometimes people say like this, okay, yes, if I get a good offer over there, the company do have esteemed team over there, I can think of this thing and I can still negotiate on this. So you can simply ask them out, okay, so what could be the minimum salary that you consider to switch your current job over there? So for that purpose, people might tell you, okay, I can consider up to 9 LPA as well, or even till the 8 LPA. This is the first thing, okay. The second thing, you can tell them, okay, but we have opening. If you really have this sort of a opening with you, definitely you can tell them, okay, but as of now, we have a opening up to 8 LPA, and as discussed with my team, and this can be negotiable up to 8.5 as well. So do you think that this much of salary cap will work for you? If they says yes, so then you can change it up to 8 or 8.5, whatever they can be to you. Sometimes they can counter your offer. Okay, you are offering me, like in case my profile gets shortlisted, you are people. See, there is some sort of thing you need to, I mean, keep in your mind. If the that candidate is saying, okay, if you are selecting me, you are offering me like 8.5, but still, if you can provide at least 8.8, then I can think of it. You don't convey it, okay, we will try to give you at 8.8 because you don't even have the confirmation whether this person is a perfect match, whether the person is a select or not. Always convey in such a way that upon selection we can negotiate our team, and uh, I will definitely put my recommendations based on your expertise that this person have this much of expectations. If there is a possibility, then definitely I will let you know. So upon selections, or in case your profile gets shortlisted, these are the terms that you need to use over there. Otherwise it will sound like a confirmation over there, because the other candidate or the other person don't even know that whether how many steps you have there in mind to conduct the interviews, or even this interview plannings might change at the last moment based on the project manager's decisions, or even with when they discuss I mean when the project manager discuss with this candidate. As an HR person, you have 2 3 pipelines, and at the last moment this project manager just moved on with some other candidates. So always try to convey it upon profile selection. This thing will happen, because if you keep it as a confirmation kind of thing, this person uh, might have made a decision. Okay, I had a conversation, he told me this is some sort of confirmation, I can get over there 8.5, and he might look, I mean might put their resignations, even though even they are not serving their notice period, just based on your misconfirmation or the misinformation. They will take their some sort of wrong decisions from their end. So always keep in mind that you just convey your information in such a way, until unless there is 100% of commitment, 100% of confirmation, just keep mentioning the clause over there. Okay, upon profile selection and all, right? So these are the few things. Now total this much of LP, and now discuss some more things over there. Okay, what all are the information? Mm, okay, so this is good enough. Okay, we kept in pipeline. Whenever we have a relevant opportunity, we can place them out over there. Okay, that's it. Pipeline. Let's discuss with some other candidate. Probably this analysis would be more convenient for this thing. So for this part, there is no such location preferences. Okay, for which location they are looking for. Now there is a person from uh, somehow there was the information available. This person is available at Kota, right? Let's remove this one. Okay, so for Jaipur location, this person is available, and West Bengal. These are the two available options. So I mean the availability is based on their location preferences. Let's see what the person is and what they do. First, check the task analysis over there. Okay, okay, and one more thing. Yes, for this candidate, we found it. Okay, this spoken English was 6, and this communication skill is 7. Okay, and initially we had another marking system, because probably initially why this 2 marks are over there. The first, when we are interacting with the candidate, we usually place a mark over there just to identify their expertise, their spoken English, their communication skills. And just after having the call, when we are about to end the call, there is another marking system. This is placed after having the entire decision, we might have a change in our mind. So it's not recommendable to change it from the initial recommendations that you made, or that the decision that we made while interacting. But if you think at the end of the end of the tenure, you think, initially I thought this person would have expertise at level 8, or I must give them a grade 8, but now I am thinking, no, I must put them as 7.5 or 7 over there. So you can definitely put it like this. So for that purpose, there are dual recommendation system. So yes, but if it's same as the previous one, this is definitely correct. But the issue that we are going to discuss it over there, okay, there is a overall rating marks over there. The overall rating marks, see, it's not about our intuitions or what we think about while putting the marks over there. When we are analyzing the candidates in HRM, we prefer to convert this remarks or whatever the analysis things we have, we always prefer to convert them into numbers, because numbers are somewhat what we can arrange in a what we can, like, rather than I said arrange, we can uh, find out who comes first, or we can just create our precedences based on these numbers, right? Okay. mm, so for that purpose we usually convert each and everything. But here is some sort of instances, okay, the overall rating is mentioned as 8. So what is the concept behind creating the overall ratings? Usually we rate candidates based on their skills, based on their communications, based on their adaptability, based on their passion, based on their communication skills. So suppose, just open the calculator over there, press the this thing Windows and R, and type cal C over there and hit the OK button. You will get the calculator open over there. So this is the concept we follow while addressing some sort of remarks over there. This is not about, okay, I think I should give him 9. I think I should give him 10. There is no such thing. I mean, that this is not about, okay, just putting somehow assumed. We just assume a number and put it. The numbers must always be a logical number. What does this logical number means? Okay, suppose the spoken English is 6. So 6. Communication is 7 plus, oops, sorry, by mistaken, I just changed it over there. I must have entered into this calculator plus 7. 6 plus 7 becomes 13. And whether we have used any other ratings over there, yes, we did. Initially, we made another rating over there out of 10, which is 7. So plus 7. Plus 7. And do we have any other ratings based on this communications? So for this candidate we don't have rating. CTC doesn't come under this, but yes, rating, probably we have some sort of rating over here. Okay, so this is the section where we used to put the communication skills over there. Let's read it out once more. Nice connecting with you before the role is done in the background. Yes, this is the field where we usually put some sort of ratings over there, and this is also mentioned as 7. Let's add this number as 7. So this is one that we rate out of 10. Secondly, we rate this initial spoken English skills out of 10, and later on we have two different sort of things, two different numbers available, which is 6 and 7. So totally this 27 becomes, I mean, this is some sort of 40 out of 27. Let's calculate it once more. It was like 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus, and the one probably it was 6, 7 that I put over there, and there was a spoken English marks over there. I didn't consider the marks that this person uh, assigned to himself or herself. This is only the marks that I'm considering that the task person or the talent acquisition specialist person assigned over there based on their analysis. So probably there is one more marks over there, and it was 7, I think. Yes, it's 7 plus 7. Yes, 4 sevens 1 6. Sorry, 3 7 1 6. 3 sevens become uh, 21, 21 plus 6, 27. So there are total four markings. Four markings, that means, and if each and every valuation goes with the full marks of 10, that becomes K. This person scored 27 out of 40, right? So divide this thing like K. Okay, 27 out of 40, there are four values. So let's find out this average one. 27 divided by, there are four values. So the value is 6.7. Now, so this is the average value, we can put it over there, right? Okay, there are four values we mentioned over there, and the four values having their average value of 6.7. So whenever we are putting there this overall ratings, this overall rating should be the average value of this thing, like, right? So rather than, I mean, placing it as 6.7, yes, we can round it up and place it as 7, because this number is I mean, beyond this decimal number, it's above zero point 0.5, so we can consider it as 7 as well. But how this could be 8? So suppose you were adding some other analysis as well. Okay, you were out of this uh, four numbers, this person scored over there as 27 out for four categories. Now you are adding, this person might get like a uh, let's see what happens. Even I don't even know, but always this sort of thing, na, this overall rating or this average ratings always go with the either the average value or the marks that we have already put over there. Okay, suppose we are considering one another parameter based on their technical expertise. This person scored like uh, 9 out of 10 among the technicalities. So these are the values like, okay, let's write it again. The values was like 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. These are the four values, I mean, four values that we mentioned over there. Suppose we are considering one more value based on their technical expertise. I'm placing it as 9. I'm adding it as 9. Initially we divided it with 4 because there was 4 parameters. Now we are dividing it with 5 because out of 50 we are considering their marks. So if we just try to convert it into marks, it would be like out of 50 this person scored 36 marks. This is how we usually analyze the candidates, or we convert our analysis into numbers, right? So this person scored 36 out of this 50. Now we are just trying to find out the average marks. There are five values, five parameters. So just divide this entire marks with 5. We kept this technical expertise with the maximum number, almost 9. We kept it as 9. Even we just divide it with 9 as well, then the number becomes 7. So this overall rating should be like 7, na? How this could be like 8 over there? Overall rating means this is the average of the analysis. So that means that this analysis itself is saying that there is a wrong analysis, right? So let's give a try. Still we until unless we find that candidate is too much in the sense, this is some sort of extraordinary level of expertise the candidate have, we just don't prefer to give them the highest marks. We always give at least zero point 0.5 or 1 marks, because probably this candidate might seems like a better candidate, but tomorrow we can find a more better candidate than this person. So for that person we usually give a reserved marks over there, that in case I get a better candidate by tomorrow, or in next few hours, then that we can allocate them a higher marks just to differentiate their marking systems. Right, as of now, intentionally I kept this marking system in a round figure, but later on we are going to just convert it into decimals. Once you get this numbering system, how this works, we will change it into the decimal system. That time you can mark them as 6, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4. That would be more depth analysis over there. But still, just to make it easy, just to make it more simpler, we kept it into round figures. Once we add up this system, then definitely we will go with the more advanced analysis system, where this decimal numbers would be available instead of the whole numbers. You can put, I mean, mark them as a definite this mm, decimal numbers as well, just to evaluate and just to create more precedences. Okay, in case we are hiring someone, it should not be like, okay, their resume was good, this person looks very pretty. Based on this thing being their pretty faces, we don't hire candidates. We always hire candidates based on their skill sets, and this is how we differentiate candidates based on the numbers we use to allocate their numbers. This is the this ideal process to evaluate candidates, but mostly we evaluate candidates based on their whatever the intuition we made on their on our head. We just make our decisions, but this is not the, I would say this is not the ideal one, because it's totally becomes my precedence or something, some sort of thing. And when we work in the team, usually different person conduct interviews in their different levels, and from the top order we usually differentiate their total marks based on their segments, and we allocate, suppose there are, we have three level of interviews, two level allocated to the HRs, and the third level is assigned with the project managers. So usually we prefer to segregate this marking system, that 10 marks is segregated for the HR1, another 10 marks is for HR2, and another 10 marks is for the is allocated for project managers. Or even sometime we can go with 10 marks for HR1, 10 marks for HR2, and we can allocate 20 marks for the project managers. And this is how we usually differentiate this marking system, and based on the average marks we allocate them our overall rating. And see, we have overall ratings for different candidates. So based on this different marks, different precedences, we ultimately we decide whom to select. And if we have only one positions open with us, based on the precedences, we prefer to go with the candidates. This is the process we follow. So let's do this thing. Okay, suppose let's give a try over there. Okay, how this, is there any possibility to make this number as 8.5? Okay, suppose there are 6 plus 7 plus uh, 7 plus 7. This becomes 27 out of 4 parameters. Now I'm adding the highest marks, assuming there is another parameter as 10. It becomes 37. If we divide it by 5, this becomes 7.4. That means the highest marks, or the highest, if we add another parameter for the technical, assuming there is a technical marks has been added over there as 10, and out of 10 you just, this person scored 10 out of 10. This was considering this person as an extraordinary person. This numbering would remain below 7.5, and below 7.5 is approximately, when we round it up, it becomes 7. So that's why we just discussed on this point. Okay, this overall rating never go beyond 7.5, right? This is the average marking system. Now, but easily we can find it out. Okay, among these two marks, there is this average value is higher than these two marks. So that's why initially we get there is, initially in just in a glance we just find it out that this is the wrong analysis over there, right? So these are the few things we need to adapt. We need to, uh, I mean, memorize while we are providing the marks over there, right? Because the entire organization, the process is depending upon our analysis. So we have to be more cautious, more concise, more concrete analysis process with us. So these are the few things we had to discuss over there. Okay, yes, rest of the things we will discuss in later on, but mostly we discussed a lot many things over there, and always try to prefer. Okay, we just keep every information available over there, because there is a blank information, and there is also a blank information over there. So this should not remain blanks over there. Always try to make sure, okay, this informations are like each and every information is available over there. These are the things. Yes, this is a good thing I mentioned, this fixed salary, and this one, yes, this one also works. We can calculate it later on as well, but try to adapt this thing, that we can approximately calculate the CTCs and all, but gradually we will definitely adapt it out. Okay, and these are the few things we prefer to do these things, but uh, I'm literally not getting this thing. Okay, communications and what are the languages? Okay, you can still understand the process. So this is all about today's analysis, and probably you get an idea how to put the marks, how to segregate their marking systems, how to do these things, and definitely we do follow a marking system over there, okay, based on which one, based on their skill set, we usually follow what sort of marking system. There is like okay, one more thing we should discuss today, like segments, communication framework. So this one is the updated one. So based on this information, we usually follow to put the different marking system over there. And one more thing, okay, yes, we 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 marks people based on their English communications and the communications separately, because the person might that person might not have some sort of expertise in spoken English, but the person might have a different communication skills as well, because there are people coming from different background, different languages, but for each and every role all over the India, it's not mandatory having this spoken English, and English expertise is not a mandatory. Sometimes people prefer the regional language as well. Mostly people working, I mean, directly dealing with the public, they prefer at least having some sort of regional language expertise. Otherwise, it might be a bit complicated, a bit challenging over there to having real life conversations with people. So it's my preference. I always prefer to, if I don't have any such limitations, I always prefer to communicate people in their regional language. And mostly in India, uh, we equally value each and every languages over there. They are equally equivalent, right? So English is just a business language that we prefer, we don't, in case we don't have any common language, at least a business language must be there, which everyone should communicate or use, just to express their minds. That's it. That's why English is the language that is, I mean, worldwide acceptable. That's why we prefer English. There is no such other things or other intention over there. So these are the few things. And one more thing, yes, suppose, okay, there is a instance over there. We must discuss this point as well. Okay, this first candidate, regardless, just assume okay, here we have a candidate, and the initial intention is this person having a CTC of 7 LPA and the person is looking for 12 LPA. Whatever we have discussed, that was earlier, that was a separate separate discussion based on the salary negotiations and the, marking the salary systems and all. But suppose this person enhanced their skill set, he or she just adapted some extraordinary skill sets, or just adapted some, just switched their career after having some sort of internships or the projects, uh, just want to switch their career over there where the base salary is about 12 LPA, right? So first thing we need to find it out, what are the salaries over there, whether we have any such opening regarding this thing. Okay, suppose the consider ke after having some sort of negotiations that this person disclosed ke, okay, I'm just open to switch career with 7.5 L. So first thing we need to find it out whether we have some opening over there where 7.5 LPA is offering or not. So you need to just go to this section, this uh, open positions, what all are the open positions we have, and you have to scroll it up and down. Once you scroll right, you can find there is a mentioned salary over there. There is a monthly salary and there is a approximate CTC. Monthly salary is this one, that doesn't mean ke exact payroll calculation would be like this, but this is some sort of LPA, or this would be a approximate LPA. Always prefer to use this approximate LPA, because different company have different payroll structure, different deduction process, and it's not about different deduction process. Sometimes based on the HRA, based on the TDS calculations, this number might vary. This monthly salary and the CTC might vary. It's not a like a simple math. Okay, 1 into 2 is 2. Right, there are different calculations. We can discuss on this payroll processing on a separate day, but just always make sure that you always use this approximate salary in both the cases, for monthly salary and the LPA cases, for the initial level of discussions as an HR recruiter. So now you can filter it out. You can add again filter over there. Okay, okay, there is 2.4, no. 3.3, no. 6, no. 10, yes, 10 works. 15 works. 21 works. 1.8 doesn't work for this person. 2 to 2.4, no. 2 to 2.42, no. 3 to 4, no. And again 3 to 4.2, no. 4 to 6, no. 4.8 to 6, no. 5 to 6, no. Just wherever there is, tick mark available over there, you just click over there, it will be, removed from this selections, right? So yes, 6.6 to 7.8, yes. 7.8 to 10, yes. 7.8 to 9 is yes. So these are the salary LPA slots, which is either equal to or even more than 7 LPA. You just click on this yes button, so we can find it out. Okay, okay. Now there are these are the openings where we are having more than 7 or 7.5 LPA offerings over there. So for this purpose, now for this position, so we can find it out whether we can uh, whether this person fits with these roles. If yes, then we can discuss. If it's not, then we can skip this candidate and we can drop a message to this candidate. As of now, we don't have any such relevant profile, relevant opening for you. Uh, Based on the salary expectations, uh, there is no match found over there. Once we have any sort of relevant opportunity, definitely we have saved your contact details in your database. We will convey it to you. And thank you. All the best for your career endeavors. ऐसे करके कुछ message we can convey to this person. Even though we are not proceeding with someone else, It's the best practice to extend the informations. So always we are in recruitment process, we always think about ours. Okay, this candidate is not of all our use. He is not a select. Why should we waste time? But it's not about wasting time whenever you are into this HRM system. So always keep in mind that people are the ultimate uh, ultimate resources and the most valuable resources as well, whether they are working inside the organization or they are not even working in your organization. You just, without having any proper information whether the person is the right fit, you have you have called them up, and this person uh, they just had discussions. You must value their time as well. This person might even waiting for you. Okay, okay, I just had a discussion with this person. Let's have information from this person. The person might have some sort of expectations and all. So whenever you are making any sort of discussions, any sort of decisions you have taken over there, just convey it to them. Don't Always try to value others time, others preferences as well. Okay, yes, a person sold their a person just got involved. They just spend time in talking with you and all those things. So it's your responsibility as well to convey them the instructions. Okay, okay, uh, we as of now, okay, or even sometimes we just moved on, we just move on with some other candidates as well. So mm, for that purpose also you can mention it to the person, okay, that the recruitment process has moved on to the next phase with some other candidates. Wish you all the best for your career endeavors. ऐसे करके हम लोग उनको इन्फॉर्म कर देते हैं कि you don't be mm, just don't be concise with one single offer. If you want, you can proceed with some other opportunities as well, because it happens now sometimes ke, probably just for one silly reasons, um, that person is not a perfect match for a particular organization, but with the same skill set this person might get another opportunity from other candidates. And the reality is, if a person really having a proper skill set over there, they will definitely get a job over there, over the industry. So anyone from anywhere, they will just grab them out this opportunity, because different companies have different manpower planning structure and all. So yes, this happens over there. So it's a best practice, okay, always. And one more thing, okay, sometimes people think, okay, if I say no to this person, and in very next day my candidate become a ghost candidate, the person whom I said okay no, this person will never join us, just because of denying their applications and all those things. So this is totally a misconception over there, because we have limited opportunities over there, and it totally depends upon the way you are approaching the person. If you suppose you got a candidate, this person confirmed you, okay, okay, I will join it over there. And sometimes after confirming over there, until unless people join and start working at least for 15, at least for 30 days over there, we don't consider them as a successful select, because people might even resign within 15 days, 30 days as well. Even after a month they can switch over there to some other organization, some other opportunities as well. And it's always best practice over there. Okay, recruitment and onboarding is not the least thing that we have done, that this recruitment process is completed. The entire recruitment process ends up with the feedbacking system. Even as an if you want some sort of ideal HR, you always take care of your employees. Your recruitment process is done. Someone is onboarded over there. It's always recommendable as an HR person. It comes under your responsibilities for the next 2 months. Starting from there, extending the offer letter, for the next uh, 90 days on a regular intervals. It should not happen on every day, on quarterly basis, or even on a monthly basis. As an HR person, it's your responsibility to speak with this person, because this is the person who is just getting into a new environment, new work culture, new people they are interacting. And you, as a person whom the person have already interacted initially, is the most closest person, is the one uh, whom the person can share their, whether they are facing some sort of problems. um, Sometimes some sort of scenario arises over there, so it's always your responsibility to keep collecting the feedbacks from the candidates. And mostly whenever you are working as an I mean in a in-house team, as an HR recruiter or as a HR person, you always need to take care of your candidates. The person showed interest. It's not only the this organization, their name and the brand value. There is another thing, this person has showed their interest on the HR as well, the person whom he or she interacted at the initial level. So yes, the HR's presentation is one of the crucial presentation of an organization as well. If the HR is not behaving well, then probably those organizations don't have a proper work culture over there to value their employees. And yes, one more thing that I would prefer to conclude, humans are the most valuable resources over the machines, over the technologies, and whatever the resources are available. Humans are irreplaceable at anywhere and anytime. This If you really want to uh, I mean, put some value, or if you really want to, if you really expect some sort of outcomes over there, definitely you need a team. You have to have work with the team. So individual contributors, like yes, sometimes it works, but in most of the cases, I mean, rather than individual workers, the people those who adapt the strategies to work in a team are the most acceptable one, or the path become easier for them. That's it. And thank you for listening. You just share your feedback, share your comments with us. Okay, if you think okay, something you need to oppose over there, or you just need to know something more about it, just let us know. Definitely we will try to address them out. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.